Welcome to Mindful Journey, a place where we delve deep into the mysteries of our existence and the universe. Today we journey back to the very beginning, about 4.5 billion years ago, when our home was just a large ball of rock orbiting a nameless star. In those early days, our infant Earth was nothing more than a molten mass. It was a chaotic place constantly bombarded by rocks plummeting from the vastness of space. This celestial onslaught was not without consequence, as the relentless impact of these rocks gradually shaped and molded the Earth. Among this celestial debris, a particular collision stood out. A sizable celestial body slammed into the Earth, ejecting a massive amount of debris into space. Over time, this debris coalesced and formed our moon, a silent witness to Earth's tumultuous past. While all this was happening, the Earth itself was undergoing significant changes. The once molten surface began to cool down and solidify, forming the first solid surface of the planet. This was a crucial moment in Earth's history, marking the transition from a molten sphere to a rocky planet. But the Earth was far from being a hospitable place. The atmosphere was a toxic mix of gases, and there was no water in sight. However, change was on the horizon. The Earth faced another bombardment, known as the Late Heavy Bombardment, about 3.9 billion years ago. This time, it wasn't just rocks that rained down on the Earth. These celestial bodies, or fireballs, carried with them ice crystals. As these crystals melted, they filled the basins and low-lying areas, creating the first oceans. Along with the water, these fireballs also brought nitrogen gas, a crucial component for the formation of life. But despite these monumental changes, the Earth was still a lifeless planet. The conditions were not yet right for life to emerge. The atmosphere was still filled with poisonous gases, and there was a lack of one vital ingredient, oxygen. However, the stage was set, and the Earth was ready for the next phase in its evolution. After surviving the Late Heavy Bombardment and the creation of oceans and nitrogen gas through ice crystals, the Earth was ready for the next stage. But it was still a lifeless planet. 3.18 billion years ago, another rain of cosmic debris started, but this time it brought something special, something that was about to change everything. A torrent of interstellar objects descended on the Earth, not just bringing water this time, but also carrying precious cargo. These cosmic visitors brought along essential minerals, carbon, protein, and amino acids. As they crashed into the Earth, these elements were transported from our atmosphere to the depths of the sea. This was a vast and deep ocean, a place where sunlight could not reach, and the temperature was extremely cold. But in these dark and icy depths, there were small natural chimneys, geological structures formed by the heat of the Earth's core. These chimneys served as beacons of warmth in this cold and dark place, keeping the sea around them warm. And it was here, in the warm vicinity of these chimneys, that the first seed of life was sown. We do not have a precise understanding of how this occurred, but somehow, all these minerals and chemicals worked together in these warm waters. The amino acids and proteins combined in just the right way to form the first simple life forms. These were not complex organisms as we know them today, but simple single-celled beings, a type of primitive bacteria. These bacteria began to multiply rapidly in the sea, filling the waters with countless microscopic organisms. As time went on, these single-celled organisms evolved, adapting to their environment and diversifying into a myriad of forms. In the depths of the ocean, in the warm vicinity of natural chimneys, the first single-celled organisms were born, marking the beginning of life on Earth. This marked a turning point in the history of our planet, the moment when life as we know it began its long and incredible journey. From these humble beginnings, life began to multiply. The oceans teemed with unicellular organisms, evolving into colonies and forming structures known as stromatolites. Picture a world submerged in water, with these tiny colonies of bacteria, each one a bustling city of life, quietly working away under the surface. These bacteria, or cyanobacteria to be exact, had a magic trick up their sleeves. They used the power of the sun, harnessing its energy in a process we now know as photosynthesis. This allowed them to turn sunlight into food, a rather miraculous feat, wouldn't you say? But these little powerhouses did more than just feed themselves. They also began to release oxygen as a byproduct of their photosynthetic activities. Slowly but surely, these tiny organisms began to change the very air around them, filling it with the oxygen we breathe today. Over billions of years, these small communities of bacteria began to evolve, growing more complex. They started to stick together, forming multicellular colonies. These colonies then began to differentiate, with some cells performing different tasks than others. This was a significant step in the evolution of life, marking the transition from simple unicellular organisms to complex multicellular life. The journey from the oceans to the land was a slow but steady one. Life began to adapt, to change, to evolve, always finding new ways to survive and thrive in different environments. From the depths of the oceans to the highest mountains, life spread across the face of the earth. And so, from a lifeless planet, Earth became a cradle of life, teeming with organisms that would eventually evolve into the myriad of species we see today. From the smallest bacteria to the largest blue whale, from the humblest blade of grass to the tallest redwood tree, all life on Earth shares this common history, a testament to the incredible power of evolution and the enduring resilience of life. From a molten mass of rock to a planet teeming with life, Earth's journey is nothing short of miraculous. We began with a ball of hot lava, devoid of life, orbiting a star. As it cooled down, a solid crust formed, and with the onslaught of cosmic bombardments, our planet witnessed the birth of its moon. This was the canvas upon which life was to be painted. About 3.9 billion years ago, the late heavy bombardment brought with it ice crystals, creating our oceans and nitrogen, which was added to our atmosphere. But life as we know it was still missing. Fast forward to 3.18 billion years ago, when another cosmic rain brought minerals, carbon, protein, and amino acids, mixing them together in the warm depths of the ocean, sparking the creation of the first single-celled organisms. And that's the tale of our planet, a wonderful journey from a lifeless rock to a vibrant, living world. Thank you for joining us on this mindful journey. Until next time, keep exploring, keep wondering, and stay curious.